Okay, let's say you want to see how the Pythagorean theorem can be used in real life. Well, let's say you want to buy a TV, but you don't know how big of a TV you can get. Well, first, did you know that TVs aren't measured by their length or their height? They're actually measured by their hypotenuse. So here, I drew a triangle on a TV, and let's say this is a 32-inch TV. The length would not be 32 inches, nor the height. It would actually be the hypotenuse. So a 32-inch TV has a 32-inch hypotenuse. So let's say you want to buy a TV for your kitchen so you can watch TV while eating. Well, you don't want to buy a TV that's too big, but you also don't want to buy a TV that's too small, because then you just can't see anything. You want a TV that's just right. So what do? Well, first you measure the height of the counter, or the counter space you have available. So right here. And the height of this is 10 inches. Next, we measure the length of the counter space you have available. And the length is 12 inches. So now we can use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out the hypotenuse to see how big of a TV we can get. How long can this be so our TV won't be too big or too small? But wait, we forgot something. Do we make sure this is a right triangle? Because otherwise the Pythagorean theorem won't work. The good news is this is a right triangle. So, back to the main question. How big of a TV can you buy to fit in your kitchen? So, I took the triangle out and made it a little larger. So here we have the same triangle. The height is 10 inches, and the length is 12 inches. The hypotenuse, we don't know, but we'll figure it out. And it's a right triangle, as noted with this. And here is the Pythagorean theorem. We have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now remember, a is equal to one of the sides next to the hypotenuse. We're going to use this side. B is equal to another side that's next to the right angle. And then the hypotenuse is what these two sides are equal to. And the hypotenuse is this side right here, opposite of the right angle. So here's the equation. We have 10 squared, a is equal to 10, and then we have plus 12 squared, because b was equal to 12 down here. And then we're using x to represent the hypotenuse, and that's what we need to figure out. So we're going to use our 4 steps to solve a Pythagorean theorem equation. The first step is to look at the first number, 10 squared. So we have 10 squared, which equals 10 times 10, and that equals 100. So now our new equation is 100 from here plus 12 squared up here equals x squared. And now the next step is to look at 12 squared. So 12 squared is equal to 12 times 12, which equals 144. So now our new equation is going to be 100 plus 144 from here equals x squared. So now the next step is to add 100 plus 144, which equals 244. So that gives us 244 equals x squared. And now on to the final step. So we have 244 equals x squared. Now, how do we get rid of this exponent 2 so we can just figure out what x equals? Well, first, we're going to write down the equation 244 equals x squared. Well, in order to get rid of this exponent, we take the square root of x squared. Now, if you do it on the right side, you have to do it on the left side. So, what we did to x squared, we're going to also do to 244. So we'll take the square root of 244. So, this one you have to get your calculator out for, but the square root of 244 equals 15.6. And the square root of x squared equals just x, because the square root sign cancels out when you have an exponent of 2. So, there we have it. X equals 15.6. Now remember, that's 15.6 inches, which is the hypotenuse of the TV you have. So, the largest TV you can buy is a 15.6 inch TV.